Hi guys! Did you know that 2 out of 3 of the verbs that we use every single day are irregular? There are so many irregular verbs that it makes students crazy. I think they're only designed to make grammar even more difficult. Hi there, I'm Matt, and I'm going to show you the best way to learn irregular verbs. What's wrong with irregular verbs? Why do they cause students so many problems? Let's check it out. Well, in English, there are regular verbs. These use the past tense and the past participle ed, adding to the base verb. Let's go through some examples. Work, infinitive. Worked, past tense. Worked, past participle. Stop, stopped, stopped. Walk, walked, and walked. But with irregular verbs, past tense and past participle are created differently. Now watch carefully. Go, infinitive. Went, past tense. Gone, past participle. Fly, infinitive. Flew, past tense. Flown, past participle. And then set, infinitive. Set, past tense. And set, past participle. Did you notice the difference between the regular verbs and the irregular verbs? Irregular verbs don't have rules. These need to be learnt off by heart. Do you get it? Off by heart. There are several ways to memorise irregular verbs. Let's explore them. Some students learn irregular verbs in this way.
Right, roll, treason. Right, roll, treason. That's all.
It might look old school, but some people like learning irregular verbs in this way. Plus, it's cool. A great number of learners are mastering them through song, like here.
Began, begun. Begin, began, begun. Break, broke, broken. Bring, brought, brought. Cut, cut, cut.
Learning through song gives the perfect result. It doesn't really matter how good of a singer you are. Music and song are just tools to help us learn irregular verbs. So guys, drum roll please. Meet the world #1 song that is sung at schools across the world. By the way, have you noticed that the verb to sing is irregular too? Watch a fantastic performance of drilling irregular verbs. Singing is the best way of learning English. However, some students want to learn irregular verbs traditionally. Let's go.
For the next lesson, you should learn 100 verbs.
Awake, awoke, awoken.
It was evening when he awoke. You have awoken me.
Be, was, were, been.
Her voice was so beautiful. Have you ever been to the Sahara Desert?
Beat, beat, beaten.
Yesterday, she beat him at chess. Glaze the cake with beaten eggs.
Become, became, become.
It became difficult to run a business. This problem has become a burden for him.
Begin, began, begun.
Everybody began to laugh at him. Well begun is half done.
Bite, bit, bitten.
The snake bit him yesterday. Once bitten, twice shy.
Blow, blew, blown.
The cold wind blew from the north. This vase is made from blown glass.
Break, broke, broken.
Who broke the cup? He has broken the rule.
bring, brought, brought.
She brought him something to eat. I have brought a present for you.
Build, built, built.
He built a new technological house. The castle was built 500 years ago.
Burn, burnt, burnt.
They burnt all papers. It's a pity, but I've burnt a pizza.
Buy, bought, bought.
I bought a cake for you. Love can't be bought or sold.
Catch, caught, caught.
My son caught his first fish yesterday. She hasn't caught a butterfly.
Choose, chose, chosen.
He chose a lovely present for her. Have they chosen a name for the baby?
Come, came, come.
The king came in. Has Tome come yet?
Cost, cost, cost.
Yesterday it cost me $10. This bike has cost me a fortune.
Cut, cut, cut.
He cut out a wooden figure yesterday. The employer has cut workers' wages by 10%.
Dig, dug, dug.
She dug the key out of her bag. I have dug a hole to plant a tree.
Do, did, done.
Hard work never did any harm. What have I done for you?
Draw, drew, drawn.
She drew a pretty flower. This flower was drawn on the wall.
Dream, dreamt, dreamt.
I often dreamt of a new bike. I have always dreamt of living on the island.
Drink, drank, drunk.
A baby drank the whole cup of milk. He should have drunk less.
Drive, drove, driven.
She drove a new sports car. He hasn't driven since that crash.
Eat, ate, eaten.
Children ate ice cream on the weekend. The cat has eaten it.
Feed, fed, fed.
I fed them a chicken. Have you fed the dog yet?
Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs.
Feel, felt, felt.
We all felt sad about it. I have felt safe.
Fall, fell, fallen,
I fell in love with her. The prices have fallen since last summer.
fight, fought, fought,
They fought for their country. He had not fought there.
find, found, found,
I found his arguments rather weak. I have found the lost keys.
fly, flew, flown,
She flew from London to Sydney. The bird has flown away.
forget, forgot, forgotten,
I forgot about it. Old love will not be forgotten.
forgive, forgave, forgiven,
She forgave him for losing the ring. She said, I have forgiven you.
freeze, froze, frozen,
He froze for a minute. You can buy frozen fish.
get, got, got,
I got a call from my office. He's got a new assignment.
give, gave, given,
She gave them several oranges. Have you given a summary?
go, went, gone,
I went down the street. He has gone on a business trip.
grow, grew, grown,
She grew up in a wealthy family. Look how you've grown up.
hang, hung, hung,
A lamp hung over the table. Have you hung the coat on the hook?
have, had, had,
She had to go to Ireland. Recently, we've had problems with the computer.
hear, heard, heard,
They heard the birds singing in the forest. Have you heard these sounds?
hide, hid, hidden,
She hid the face in her hands. Keep your documents hidden.
hit, hit, hit,
Their car hit a tree. He had been hit on the head.
hold, held, held,
A cat held a mouse by its tail. He has never held a company.
hurt, hurt, hurt,
The latest gossips hurt him. Nick hasn't hurt himself, at least.
keep, kept, kept,
He always kept his room closed. Students have kept their promise.
know, knew, known,
If I knew that, I would say it. A tree is known by its fruits.
lay, laid, laid.
He laid his hand on her arm. Has she laid the baby to bed yet?
Lead, led, led.
Our distant ancestors led a nomadic life. The path has led him to the river.
Learn, learnt, learnt.
I learnt to swim as a child. Have you learnt irregular verbs yet?
Leave, left, left.
She left her umbrella at home. Visitors have just left the building.
Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs.
Lend, lent, lent.
I lent some money to my friend. I've already lent my bike to Jack.
Let, let, let.
She let me see the report yesterday. The teacher hasn't let me to leave a classroom.
Lie, lay, lane.
My dog lay near the door. A cat has lain there since the morning.
Light, lit, lit.
A room suddenly lit up. Jack has lit the fire to warm.
Lose, lost, lost.
We lost the game at 1-0. Has he lost his mind?
Make, made, made.
The last exam made him proud of himself. We've made a pretty gift for the parents.
Mean, meant, meant.
I meant no harm to you. Tom hasn't meant to interrupt the speaker.
Meet, met, met.
I met my schoolmate yesterday. Have you met her?
Pay, paid, paid.
She paid $5 for coffee. Have you paid in cash?
Put, put, put.
I put on my watch before I left. Where has she put my key?
Read, read, read.
I read about it yesterday. I have already read this book.
Ride, rode, ridden.
Tom rode the bike when he was young. He has not ridden a horse before.
Ring, rang, rung.
The telephone rang and I answered it. Jack has rung me out for a walk this morning.
Rise, rose, risen.
The prices rose sharply last January. The interest rate has risen by 2%.
Run, ran, run.
Someone ran across the field. The cleaning program has been run.
Say, said, said.
He said he wanted to buy a car. Has he said the truth?
See, saw, seen.
We saw a lion in the zoo. I've seen the trailer for this film.
Seek, sought, sought.
This isn't the answer I sought. He has sought her to explain everything.
Sell, sold, sold.
I sold my car to my friend. Have you sold your house yet?
Send, sent, sent.
I sent her several books. Has he sent a review to the main office?
Set, set, set.
Yesterday we set up a meeting. The sun has set.
Shake, shook, shaken.
I shook her to wake her up. The news has shaken everyone.
Shine, shone, shone.
The child's face shone with happiness. The sun has shone brightly since the rain stopped.
Shoot, shot, shot.
They shot from the bows. She has shot him a glance.
Show, showed, shown.
I showed them some photos. What has the research shown?
Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs.
Shut, shut, shut.
Lisa shut the book and looked up. Alex has shut his laptop.
Sing, sang, sung.
Birds sang in trees. She has sung the aria in Carmen.
Sink, sank, sunk.
The ship sank in the storm. His voice has sunk in applause.
Sit, sat, sat.
Martin sat down for a minute. She has sat beside him.
Sleep, slept, slept.
We slept under the sky. I have not slept very well.
Smell, smelt, smelt.
Their clothes smelt like smoke. The dog has smelt a stranger.
Speak, spoke, spoken.
He spoke to a doctor last Sunday. We have spoken on the phone.
Spend, spent, spent.
He spent his youth in Spain. She has spent the whole day cleaning.
Spread, spread, spread.
We spread a carpet on the floor. Have you spread the tablecloth?
Stand, stood, stood.
Soldiers stood up stretched. They've stood under the tree for an hour.
Steal, stole, stolen.
Who stole my pen? The thieves have stolen the jewellery.
Stick, stuck, stuck.
Mike stuck the wallet in his pocket. The car has stuck in the mud.
swear, swore, sworn.
The knight swore to obey the queen. He has sworn to defend her.
Sweep, swept, swept.
She swept all the dust out. Have you swept the floor?
Swim, swam, swum.
We swam across the river. I have swum every morning since June.
Take, took, taken.
It took me an hour to get there. I've taken on many responsibilities.
Teach, taught, taught.
My father taught me to swim. She has already taught English at school.
Tell, told, told.
He told us very good news. I have told you 10 times.
Think, thought, thought.
I thought you were out. They haven't thought about relocation yet.
Throw, threw, thrown.
He threw the ball at children. The new tenants have thrown out the old furniture.
Understand, understood, understood.
I expected that you understood the rules. You have not understood. Let's repeat it.
Wake, woke, woken.
I woke up at 6 this morning. Hey, you've woken the baby.
Wear, wore, worn.
She wore a blue dress yesterday. I've worn this jacket only once.
Win, won, won.
He won the first prize in the car race. Congratulations! You have won $1 million.
Write, wrote, written.
He wrote a letter to an old friend. She has written a fantasy novel.